We're about to read the story called The Bravest of the Brave. And like I said, it's about this skunk. It was written by Shutta Crum and illustrated by Tim Bowers. So, without further ado, let's begin. The Bravest of the Brave. Alrighty. Late one day, I hurried home, stepping through the wood alone. It was deep and dim, I could barely see, but I thought brave thoughts to comfort me. Then, what's gonna happen? In the shadows, quietly, one masked face stared right at me, so I sang my song as surely as I could, and off raced the robber through the deep, dark wood. So who's the robber here? Can we see this image down here? What does this look like? I think the skunk thinks it's a robber because it has this dark mask over its eyes right there, kind of like a robber. Yeah. So this is a raccoon, and raccoons have a very special adaptation. They have a very generalized diet that allows them to eat all kinds of things. They can eat meat or plants, and they could even eat our garbage. So maybe that's why the skunk thinks it's a robber. Maybe it was eating his garbage. Let's see what happens next. Floating from a spooky tree, two gruff voices startled me. So I ruffled my fur as fully as I could, and away howled ghosts through the deep, dark woods. Then... So, who are the spooky ghosts here? Can we tell what that is right there? Yeah, it looks like an owl, right? Owls are really cool animals. They also have spooky adaptations. They have modified feathers that are silent when you flap them. So owls can float through the air, quiet as a ghost, so that their prey doesn't know they're coming. Really neat, right? Another amazing animal adaptation. Slipping low, so silently, 3 silk nets dropped over me. So I danced my dance as wildly as I could, and back tramped the trappers through the deep, dark wood. Then, who are the trappers here? What could those animals be? It looks like they have a special adaptation that allows them to build nets. Who do we know that traps their food and builds nets? Yeah, they look kind of like spiders, huh? Yeah, spiders are amazing animals with amazing adaptations. Like I said, they can build their nets and trap their food, and they don't even really have to hunt it. They just sit and wait for things to come to them. Pretty nifty. Prickling hard and angrily, 4 long fingers poked at me, so I stomped my stomp as loudly as I could, and away scurried witches through the deep, dark wood. Who are the witches? What could they be? So these are animals that we don't really have here in LA. These are porcupines, and they have a really special adaptation too. They have long, pokey hairs that they call quills, that we call quills. And that protects them from being eaten, right? I mean, I wouldn't want to eat a spiky chicken nugget. That does not sound comfortable or tasty. So these are porcupines. Let's see what happens next. Spine down quite fearsomely, 5 sharp faces scowled at me, so I called my call as clearly as I could, and off sailed the pirates through the deep, dark wood. Then... So who are the pirates here? Who are they? There they are. They look like flying squirrels, right? Again, we don't really have flying squirrels here in Los Angeles, but we do have other types of squirrels, right? We have all kinds of squirrels here. And these squirrels actually have the special adaptation that they have a flap of skin underneath their arms, and if a predator is chasing them, they can actually jump from a tree and glide to the next tree to get away from the predator. It's pretty great. Uh-oh. Let's see what happens next. From the darkness, suddenly, 6 strong arms all groped for me. What do you think it is? 6 arms? Sounds spooky. So I made my stance as stoutly as I could, and I pawed the ground as gravely as I could, and I raised my tail as Mother said I should, when... Oh, what's he getting ready to do? What are a skunk's adaptations? They got the stinky spray. I think he's getting ready to spray. Let's see what happens. Stop! Squinting hard so I could see, there they were, my family. So they brought me home as quickly as they could, right to our party in the deep, dark wood. Then, so who was the 6-armed thing? Actually wasn't one animal, right? It was 1, 2, 3 skunks with 2 arms each, I guess. Yeah, 6. Telling tales of bravery, 7 times they heard from me. So I stood up tall, as boldly as I could, and I scared all my friends in the deep, dark woods. Oh my. Then, so who were the monsters in the deep, dark wood? Can we tell? Yeah, it looks like it was his friends all along, right? We got the scary porcupine witch, and we got the raccoon robber. We got a spider here that does the trapping. And we have the flying squirrel and the ghostly owl. Really neat. Flashing round so cheerily, 8 bright lights encircled me. So I laughed out loud as gaily as I could, and we lit up the night in the deep, dark wood. So who are the lights? What are these? Do we know what these are? They're fireflies. And fireflies also have a special adaptation. They can create light within themselves. They could actually glow. Isn't that awesome? Snuggled close by family, 9 big hugs they gave to me. So they tucked me in as gently as they could, and I nestled safely in my deep, dark wood. Way up high, the sky is deep, 10 stars twinkle while I sleep, for the bravest of the brave. Oh. They are keeping watch, beaming peacefully, for the bravest of the brave, and that is me. Nice. So he says he counts 10 stars. You want to count them with me? 1, 2, 3, oops. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He's right. 10 stars. We counted them. Nice. What a fun story. We got to hear about this brave skunk who goes for a walk through the woods, and he comes across all kinds of animals with all kinds of amazing adaptations. I actually brought an animal friend with me here today, and we could actually take a look at him, and I want you to tell me if you can tell what his adaptations are. Alrighty? So here he is. This is my pet. His name's Supernova, and he's a tortoise. I don't know if you can tell. What are some of the adaptations you can see on my Supernova here? I know that I see he has these big, beefy arms that allows him to burrow really deeply. I see that he has this hard shell that protects him from being eaten by predators. And I see that he has a really sharp beak that maybe allows him to eat grass and leaves and other plants. He's an herbivore, so he eats a lot of plants. Oh, and He does that too. So, next time you're out for a walk, be sure to keep an eye out for all the cool animals you see all around you and all the special adaptations that they have. What is it that makes those animals successful? What is it that makes a bird a bird? And what is it that makes a roly-poly a roly-poly? Be sure to look and observe, and if you wanted to, you could even write down your observations in a journal, just like a scientist. That is the end of our story time today. Thank you so much for joining us.